Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
There was a lot of Israel/Isaiah saying, yeah, we suck. And then God was like, yeah, you fucking suck. And then God was like, I guess I'll just do it all myself.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much the gist of it?
Like, he was so pleased with his own righteousness.
Yeah.
He was like, I just had to sustain myself on my own awesome.
It occurred to me as I was listening to it, because I usually listen to it the day after just to make sure there's no, screw-ups and shit.
Right.
But it occurred to me, if God is so put out by not having somebody that can handle this, why didn't he just create them?
Right.
Why didn't he just make that happen?
He could.
Why is he so awed with himself when he could have just made the person to do the thing that he's worried about doing?
He's like, I'll just pray to me.
It just seems dumb.
I'll just look at myself.
Right.
I mean, he is a narcissist.
That's true.
In canon.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was Isaiah chapter 59.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Isaiah chapter 60.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, we are hopping into chapter 60 of Isaiah.
Okay.
We are closing in on the end.
Okay.
There's only 66 chapters, I think, in this one.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
And also, we are in the end stages, so we are in Trito. Isaiah.
Right.
And also, this and I think the next couple, I'll have to double check. I'll get back to you on it. Are referred to as marvelous.
Marvelous, huh?
They're the marvelous ones.
Okay.
The marvelous chapters.
All right.
So
they better live up to their namesake there.
I'm really excited. I hear this one's marvelous. Let's see how marvelous it is.
Okay.
Ready?
Right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you.
I always have trouble with that arising and shining thing. It's more like arise and fucking be pissed off that I'm awake.
And stumble around.
Yeah, that's more my speed.
Try to find the on button to the Keurig.
Yeah. It doesn't help any that we do our podcast like at midnight pretty much every night.
Right.
But yeah.
See, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness is over the peoples.
I know he fixed this once before.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how there was just like darkness and then he created light?
Yeah.
So he has a solution to this. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But the Lord rises upon you and his glory appears over you. Whee! Get your glory off of me. Ugh. Nations will come to your light and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Aw, he's so pretty. He's all lit it up.
Yeah. It's like going to see the Christmas lights.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like a pagan Christmas tree. Lift up your eyes and look about you. All assemble and come to you. Your sons come from afar, and your daughters are carried on the hip. That's where I always carry my daughters.
We're back to recruiting people from the faraway places and stuff again, right?
Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't.
Not sending retribution and hate towards them.
And sometimes it depends on their penis, and sometimes it don't.
Right. Yeah.
Then you will look and be radiant. Your heart will throb.
Wow.
And swell. Throb and swell.
Will it grow 3 times its size?
With joy. Throb and swell.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not responsible for the word choice here in the Bible, but
throb and swell.
Yeah.
Okay. The wealth on the seas will be brought to you. To you the riches of the nations will come. Herds of camels will cover your land. Young camels of Midian and Ephah. I just have to interrupt for a second.
Yeah.
In the King James, instead of saying young camels, it says drama. What are those dromedarians? No. What's that other word for fucking camels?
I'm not sure.
Do you not know the word for camel?
You don't. You're sitting here going, what's that other word? And I'm like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Okay. So. I think it's like a drama something.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, it's a fancy word for camels.
Got it.
It's the actual.
I don't need a fancy word for camel. I've already got camel. And I'm like, camel works just fine.
I really love the word. It's like a drama. Fuck. It's like a drama. Fuck.
Okay, let's just like move along.
Okay.
And then like
look up the word while I'm reading. Okay.
Gosh, okay.
Herds of camels will cover your land. Young camels of Midian and Ephah. And all from Sheba will come, bearing gold and incense and proclaiming the praise of the Lord. What is it?
Dromedary?
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Dromedary.
It's a dromedary.
I have never fucking heard that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
I almost feel smart if I had been able to get the fucking word out.
You failed on that one.
But hey, I was close. I said a dromedarian.
You did,
and then I was like drama something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Did you hear the bit with the gold and incense?
No. I mean, you told me to look something up, so I can't do to that.
Let me read that again then. And all from Sheba will come, bearing gold and incense and proclaiming the praise of the Lord.
Wait, Sheba? Are we back in the times of fucking Samuel and stuff?
No.
Well, but like, wasn't Sheba, or was it?
Sheba's a place, not a person.
Oh, okay.
You know,
well, there was a Queen Sheba, though.
No, Queen of Sheba, not Queen Sheba.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's a place.
Yeah, my bad.
It's a place. I think they decided it was in like Africa.
Yeah, Ethiopia.
Yeah. So the bit about the gold and the incense, a lot of Christians look at that and they're like, that gold and incense, that's what they carried when the Lord Jesus was born.
Why?
Because they're like, see?
But why that gold and incense? Just because they said gold and incense?
Yes.
That's their only reasoning there?
It's in Isaiah. That's the fifth gospel.
For fuck's sake.
They said a word I like.
Okay, look.
They said a word I like.
Hypothetically, if we're going with quote unquote Isaiah wrote this, right? We're talking about like 600 to 700 years prior to Jesus' birth.
I know, right?
And
that's
even
magic.
Even if you allow for the fact that some of this was written 200 years before Jesus' birth, you're still talking about gold and incense that survived 200 fucking years just to show up at this fucking child's birth.
It's what the wise man's carried.
It's bullshit.
I mean,
it's fucking bold. Like, who the fuck thinks that?
Don't you believe in magic?
No, I don't.
You're so annoyed. This is why I tell you these things. This is what I bring to the table. All Kedar's flocks will be gathered to you.
Who the fuck's Kedar? Is that an area too?
Probably, and they have flocks.
I guess. Okay.
The rams of Nebaioth will serve you.
Yeah.
They will be accepted as offerings on my altar, and I will adorn my glorious temple.
That's great.
Who are these that fly along like clouds, like doves to their nests?
I don't know. Who are they?
Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo. Surely the islands look to me. Here we go with the coastals
again. He really
again.
likes talking about those islands.
Those trash people from afar.
I think they really envied the islands, and they're like, we're gonna get them to like us.
Yeah,
we're gonna make them like us.
Yeah,
those guys over there, they're so cool, but we're gonna be cooler. They're gonna be jealous of us.
They're like,
because our God, he's so cool.
They're like, they still have their penises intact. Surely the islands look to me. In the lead are the ships of Tarshish, bringing your children from afar with their silver and gold, to the honor of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, for he has endowed you with splendor.
I see.
Do you feel endowed? Moving on. Foreigners will rebuild your walls. Yeah, foreigners get to work.
So does that mean enslaving them, or are they just going to come voluntarily?
That's what I heard. And their kings will serve you. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know why they would do that other than you conquered them.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm hearing.
Or they owe you a lot of fucking money. I don't
Right.
know. One of those two things would be
Which
true, I think.
Aren't the two kind of interchangeable at that point?
Right. But I think they're trying to imply that their God is so glorious that they're just going to willingly come and do work for them.
La, la, la,
I don't think that's how that works.
Love you so, let me build your walls.
No.
Didn't you hear that song?
No, I must have missed that one.
Yeah, I just made it up.
Yeah.
Though in anger I struck you. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
In favor, I will show you compassion. You know what? A compassionate person doesn't fucking strike in the first goddamn place.
That's called...
How about that?
It's called fucking abuse.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, did God not know psychology? Was it not invented yet? But I thought he knew everything before everything.
He's fucking God. You know, the only thing that we could possibly even hurt of him is his fragile little feelings.
Mm-hmm.
We can't actually hurt a God if such a thing existed, right?
Right.
So the worst we could do, the absolute worst, and this is just because he's got such
a small ego.
Yeah.
We could
hurt his small little feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what does he do? He fucking kills us.
Yeah.
He slaps us. He fucking murders us.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, yeah, and now that you are worshiping me and I'm happy with you, I'll treat you well. And we're supposed to be grateful that he's not going to fucking murder us anymore.
Thank you for not murdering me, sir.
I'm kind of like, fuck you.
Right? Your gates will always stand open. They will never be shut day or night, so that people may bring you the wealth of the nations, their kings led in triumphal procession.
He says you, he means him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Or the priests mean them.
Right.
You know, one of those.
For the nation or kingdom that will not serve you will perish.
Oh, of course.
It will be utterly ruined. The glory of Lebanon will come to you, the juniper, the fir, and the cypress together to adorn my sanctuary. And I will glorify the place for my feet.
For his feet, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that, like, when they say feet in the Bible, yeah, I was going to say that it usually refers to his penis.
So he is about to teabag this whole city.
Awesome. That's great.
What were you going to say, though?
I don't even remember.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
The children of your oppressors will come bowing before you. All who despise you will bow down at your feet.
I know what I was going to say. I was going to say that this kind of clarifies and reiterates what we were saying earlier with regard to the slavery aspect of them rebuilding the walls for them. Because they're not there fucking willingly. No. It's either you're there to do this for him or you're going to be fucking demolished by God.
Right.
So that's not voluntary.
Yeah, that's
not willingness.
You're lying.
Right, yeah.
Let's see. All who despise you will bow down at your feet and will call you the city of the Lord, Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
The ones that despise you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to be like, I hate you, but your God
scared,
is really
right?
cool.
They're scared and yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like how all my friends were always like, you're so cool, but you were always grounded because your mom was always mad at you. Like, yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
But your mom is so cool. Was she, though?
Right.
Really? Because you literally just said I was always grounded.
Right, okay. Right.
Although you have been forsaken and hated, with no one traveling through, I will make you the everlasting pride and the joy of all generations. You will drink the milk of nations and be nursed at royal breastises.
Have you ever noticed that he always talks as in a future thing that's going to happen?
Someday
right?
I'll be nice to you.
But I have yet to see where it's realized.
Yeah.
You know, like there's not one instance in the Bible where the dream, the perfectness of God is actually realized.
No, it's not, because he's always like, remember the time when I comforted you after I slapped the shit out of you?
Right.
Like, no, that actually doesn't count, though.
Yeah.
Like, remember when I stabbed you 100 times, but then I gave you Band-Aids afterwards and I sewed stitches?
Well, it's like they just dangle this perfect thing out there. They're like, this is what could happen if you do everything exactly the way I want you to. Mm-hmm. But if you don't, obviously it's going to all fail and it's going to go wrong.
And you're going to
So there's always an
die.
excuse.
Right.
And there's always an excuse for things going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
But they dangle it out there as like bait for keeping in line.
You might get my favor.
Right.
Like, no, we never will get your favor because you're a dick.
Yeah.
That's the way that goes. Then you will know that I, the Lord, am your Savior, your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Okay.
You just go ahead and think that.
Sure.
Instead of bronze, I will bring you gold and silver in place of iron. Instead of wood, I will bring you bronze and iron in place of stones. I will make peace your governor and well-being your ruler.
Okay.
You could just do that anyway.
Right. You're God.
Like, you don't have to bribe.
Yeah.
You could just fucking be nice.
Yeah.
No longer will violence be heard in your land, nor ruin or destruction within your borders. You're the one that fucking brought it.
Yeah.
Ugh. But
or you allowed it.
Yeah.
One of the two. You don't always, according to the Bible, he doesn't always necessarily bring it, but he allows it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. But you will call your walls salvation and your gates praise.
Okay. Because
why? Locking me up is happiness?
I'm not really sure.
I didn't really follow that. Terrible analogy.
Well, I'm sure it means something. I just don't know exactly what it's getting at.
Well, it didn't feel good.
No.
I can tell you that.
Right, yeah.
The sun will no more be your light by day, nor will the brightness of the moon shine on you. For the Lord will be your everlasting light, and your God will be your glory.
I want some sun.
Well,
I'm not sure what God light is like exactly.
Well, what this is implying is that however bright and good the light of the day is,
God's so much better.
God is so much better.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay. I wasn't sure you got it.
No, I'm annoyed.
You're annoyed.
With, yeah.
Your sun will never set again, and your moon will wane no more. The Lord will be your everlasting light, and your days of sorrow will end. Have you ever heard?
Sounds wonderful.
Have you ever heard Christians talk about the light of the Lord and how they're always like walking in eternal sunshine or whatever?
Yeah, I've occasionally come across that.
It's like, but are you though?
I feel like it's a contest, right? I feel like it's a lot like the Facebook moms.
Yes.
You know, like where they put the perfect pictures up of their kids and it's like a contest of who's got the better family.
Yeah.
But when you walk into their goddamn house, it's filled with shit and like there's,
their toilet is crusty.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I see you, bro.
Yeah.
No. I know how it be.
Right. And I feel like them saying that they walk in the light of the Lord all the time is like this contest as to who can claim the most righteousness and godliness, right?
Yeah.
And it just feels, it sickens me a little bit when I hear people talk like that.
Right.
Because it feels, I have this really just, I have this ability to gauge people's genuineness, I guess.
Right.
And I don't, it never feels genuine. It feels very put on, generally speaking. I'm not saying,
a show.
I'm not saying that there aren't a few people out there that literally feel genuinely that they are walking in the light of the Lord. I will grant that some people might actually feel that way and walk the walk, right?
I would love to follow that person around, though.
Yeah, just to see what they're like.
How do you handle stress,
But generally, it feels very much like a put on and a show.
Yeah.
And that's how it comes across.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good, I could tell you that much. I don't like being around it.
No.
Because it's
like, braggy. Like the people that say that, it's very braggy. It's
braggy and it's over the top and it's like, shut up. It's nice that you're all happy and shit, but I'm over here dealing with the real life.
Right.
Like I have a flat tire. Could you not with your God stuff?
Yeah.
Right. Like stop.
Yeah.
Then all your people will be righteous and they will possess the land forever. They are the shoot I have planted, the work of my hands, for the display of my splendor. I'm so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The least of you will become 1,000, the smallest a mighty nation. I am the Lord. In its time, I will do this swiftly. The end.
In its time. We're still waiting
Someday.
on that.
Someday.
Yeah.
Ooh, someday. Someday.
What are you singing? That was a really droll rendition of whatever that was.
It's, hold on. It's Mariah Carey.
Oh.
Someday.
So isn't it called Someday?
Ooh, someday.
I think it's called Someday.
It's not Sunday. It's
Someday. That's what I said.
The one you gave away will be the one you will be wishing for.
You've got to stop. You've got to stop.
I'm singing flat because that's how I feel.
Horrible.
It's how I feel.
I know, but it's bad. It's really bad.
Someday. Ooh, someday.
Someday we're going to get to the end of this fucking podcast.
That was the end.
Oh, okay. On that note, so that was Isaiah chapter 60.
Sure as fuck was.
Nice round number.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow we will be back with
Isaiah chapter 61.
All right. We'll see you someday.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.